Good morning. Sounds like Mr. Painter knows everything Meg wants. And she's getting a little wild this morning out here. She's a crazy girl. That's because Daddy's here. Daddy's the fun guy. Mommy's a safety person. Daddy's the fun guy. Well, we are blessed with another day of a little bit cooler weather, which is awesome. I can't get too used to that though, because it's not going to last long. We are in the desert. Getting out for a nice walk. Enjoying the morning. How's everybody doing out there today? Better get a bag. All right, now we're ready to walk. Have a bag when you're walking a dog, right? It's a little breezy out here. It feels good. Just make sure you don't lose your hat. Make sure I don't lose mine. It's kind of been kite weather since spring. Normally that stops around May. Beautiful morning. What do you say, Meg? Are you having a beautiful morning?
Having a wonderful morning. She's crazy. She wants to be let loose, but I didn't because I wasn't sure if there'd be
There's other dogs out, yeah.
I'd like to. She's on. She's got the energy this morning.
She does.
She almost went to the bathroom. She hasn't even gone potty yet. I'm not even leaving.
Well, I started my morning with a little watering out back. Get that taken care of. One of my friends sent me some really nice supplies for our grow room to help me with our automation project. You gotta play around with those bubbler heads. Some of them are more controllable than others. You definitely don't want to have a flood in an indoor space. And she sent a timer too, so that helps. Don't need that much water in little trays.
Painter, you're gonna have 2 more turtles today.
And I'm so excited about the turtles.
You'll be able to do a couple lives when you're painting those. Huh?
That's right. I love painting turtles. Cement turtles. You can paint them with concrete acid stain. They're so pretty. I'm going to use those to edge our new garden beds, the little satellite beds we created in our yard. Kind of helps keep the dirt in and looks prettier. And actually, I think it's going to work better than using the pots to line the garden beds with, because the pots are kind of hard and cumbersome to get over. Plus, the turtles are so pretty. Originally, when I put those pots out there, I can't believe it. I thought that would keep the rabbits out of the garden. Boy, was that dumb. Oh well, you don't know unless you try, right? Little experience here. Welcome to the desert, where everything's hungry. Katalofi Sanjay, welcome to the channel. Yes, we are in the desert of southern Nevada in America. Are you in India? I'm just guessing. I hope I said your name properly. Thanks for joining us this morning. We're out enjoying our walk. Beautiful day for a walk. Actually, almost every day here in the desert is a beautiful day for a walk. And right now, especially because our temperature's cooled off, which is fantastic and amazing considering that so many other places got unusually hot. I think tomorrow we're going to hit 100, but even 100 is way better than 112, right? We had a week of 112. That was pretty warm, but
they had 102 on the East Coast yesterday, Rich. They
you,
had hotter than us.
Yeah, wow.
With humidity.
Wow. Gosh. Well, that was a good guess. Well, California's got a desert too. So, yeah, the whole eastern part of California is also a desert, but that was a really good guess. Nobody really thinks of California as being part desert, but it actually has a lot of desert area. In fact, I think there's some areas in California that might even get hotter than we do. In fact,
Yeah,
isn't Death Valley?
Valley.
Death Valley's in California.
It sure is.
Yeah, so we
That's
got
just a
we got no shortage of desert here for sure. Beautiful day. Hey, Stocks Family Farm. Welcome to the channel. Most of California, Oregon, and Washington are all mostly desert, actually. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I'm originally from Alaska, so I'm not really an expert on deserts, but wow, that's good to know. I guess the West Coast is pretty dry, right? Kedalufi, I'm not really sure I understand what you're asking there. Could you be more specific? There's been a lot of unrest related to immigration type issues. I'm not really a political channel, though. Is that what you're talking about? There's been a lot of that going on. Thankfully, not where we're at. I'm not sure why you would think Nevada specifically. I think the rioting that happened here was actually pretty well controlled, but a lot has to do with the leadership of your state. That's as political as I'll get. I hope that answers your question. We are enjoying nature. We are into gardening, sewing, canning, and the outdoors. Outdoor enthusiast. Beautiful day. So I was out watering this morning and happy to see that we're getting a lot of eggplants setting on. Those eggplants do great in the desert. And where I come from in Alaska, we really didn't eat eggplant. It was kind of like a specialty thing. But my husband's part Italian, so he's Irish Italian. Heavy emphasis on the Italian. So he grew up with eggplant as a staple in his family. So I've really learned to like eggplant, and actually it's really pretty versatile. You can throw it in soup, stews, casseroles, or you can get traditional and make eggplant parmesan or stuffed eggplant. And there's some good Asian dishes too. Stir fries. So pretty thrilled. After last year's heat, we had about 5 days of 120. A lot of things didn't do real good in that heat. So with that heat we had last year, and seeing that there seems to be a trend of a little more heat lately, I planned it appropriately this year. Well, I think Candalufi, I think no matter where you go, you can find crazy people. And some people are of the opinion that some of those people are being paid to be crazy. Maybe they come by it naturally. I guess if you're paid to be crazy, that's definitely an incentive, right? It's unfortunate. I think they need to figure out who's at the basis of that, maybe, right? We don't need that kind of civil unrest. It's a big difference between a peaceful protest and starting stuff on fire, right? I know I would have gotten my butt whooped for that kind of behavior. Maybe not everybody's family taught respect. I don't know. But again, we're not really the politics channel. There's a lot of political channels out there. Penny Johnson, my might be one good one to follow to get more information on that. Cuddalufy, if you're interested in American politics, I take it you're not in this country. YouTube is actually a great place. You'll find more information on YouTube than you will in the actual news. And depending on what news channel you listen to, it's really has an angle. It's not really like necessarily reporting anymore. Somebody has a story and it's based on their opinion. So, and then we have artificial intelligence now. We got to sort through all that, right? So not really the person to get political advice from, though. So I'm sure you can find plenty of that on the internet, though. Maybe check out X. Anyway, we're not crazy Americans. We're just Americans. So welcome to the channel. Welcome to the desert. Love these trees. And here's my main man.
I'm your man and you're my girl.
That's right.
And that's your girl too.
And there's the boss right there.
She's
She's the baby boss.
the big boss.
We adopted her from a shelter and she kind of took over our life.
She's the big boss.
But she's a sweet girl. We love her. Tell you what, ain't nobody messing with Mama if Meg's around. Don't be knocking on our door if you're not invited, because Meg will let you know what for, right? She's on a mission. She likes to move it, move it. I want to move it, move it. Hey. Mr. Jennifer, welcome to the channel. Linda Atwood, welcome to the channel. All right. Looks like we voted with you. Again, not the political channel, but hey, welcome to it. Beautiful day. A little breezy, but sometimes that breeze is nice as long as it doesn't feel like a blow dryer. We have those days lately, but not today. Nice cool breeze, feels wonderful. Oh, you're welcome. And hey, Mr. let me see, I'm trying to say your name right. I apologize. Jennifer, am I saying that right? Linda, we're in Nevada. We're about 25 minutes outside of Las Vegas on the outskirts of Henderson, which is a good place to be. Nice area. Not a gated community, but little old ladies can walk out here by themselves and nothing ever happens to them. So my husband did well when he picked the spot. This walking does a body good, right? Hey, Tex manages new bargain clips. I am not related to George Floyd. Fair question. Welcome to the channel. So Linda, you're in upstate New York. It's about 92. I heard it was really hot and humid on the East Coast. I've been making a princess dress for one of our great nieces that's visiting America, and I'm making it sleeveless because I want her to be able to wear it, not die in the heat, right? She's visiting the East Coast. One of our nephews met a woman from Bulgaria, and they had kids together, and they've been residing in Bulgaria. But the kids finally get to visit America, so that's pretty awesome. They are American citizens, in case you're wondering, dual citizenship. Beautiful day. This is like my favorite part of the walk, right through these trees. At least this walk. I have another walk that I really like too, but this one's pretty awesome. Boy, I better supervise Mr. Painter with Meg, huh? He lets her get into all kinds of stuff. Beautiful day here. Just loving it. Feels so good. A little sunshine, a little shade if I come over here. So Linda, you've always wanted to come by Las Vegas? That's cool. There's a lot of good food here, that's for sure. I'm originally from Alaska, and when I first met my husband and he would bring me out here, I just loved the buffets. Now there are just not as many buffets anymore. Ever since we had the dreaded sea, most of those shut down, but there's a lot of food choices here if you like food. I mean, who doesn't like food, right? Lots of sunshine most of the year. It gets hot in the summertime though. But where I used to live, we had a lot of 50 and 60 below zero. And I tell you, as you get older, that gets kind of tiring. So I can live with 3 months of whatever it throws at us. And I even learned how to garden here, so it takes a little trial and error. The temperature here is about, I'm not looking at the weather right now, but it was about 77, 80 when we left the house, which is quite a bit cooler. We cooled off. We had 3 days of a high around 99, and I think tomorrow's supposed to be 101. Last week it was around 112, so last week was feeling a little warm. So we're thankful for the reprieve for sure. We don't have any humidity though. I know that 92 with humidity's got to be hot. One summer, Mr. Painter and I used to do long distance, and he would go back and forth from Las Vegas to Fairbanks, Alaska. And one summer he spent a whole month with me there, and normally you'd get like 4 days of 90 around the 4th of July weekend, solstice time frame. And we actually had a whole month of 90. Nobody in Alaska has air conditioning. You have this system of hanging drapes over your windows with, you have to have screens on your windows too because there's a lot of bugs. So you leave your windows cracked, you have paddle fans, and it's pretty hot if you have 90 for a month in Alaska. Oh wow, so you had a really rough winter in upstate New York. I'm sorry to hear that. I've definitely seen some of those myself. The last year we were in Alaska, we had, at our house, we had a power outage twice that lasted for almost a week. One time it was caused by a fire on a transformer that was going into the winter. So it was chilly, but you didn't have to have heat. And there was rainwater in our rain barrel, so that was helpful. Because where we lived in Alaska, if you didn't have power, you didn't have water. And then exactly a month later, into September, we had the worst snowstorm I ever saw. And that knocked the power out for a week also. And that was a little harder because we did have freezing temperatures then. And thankfully, Mr. Painter had bought a generator after the first power outage a month earlier. So we got through that. It was rough though. I feel like it's easier to survive in the heat than it is in that cold, as long as you can get some shade. Mag, as long as you can get some shade, right? But that cold, you're not gonna live long outside there. And don't get a flat tire if it's 30 below. Nobody's gonna help you change your tire. You're gonna have your car towed if that happens. But Alaska's really beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful places here. It's just a different kind of beauty. All along the Colorado River is just gorgeous. We haven't done that in a while. It's kind of fun. We used to go fishing in Alaska, and we haven't figured out how to fish here yet. We've tried a couple times. So mostly if we say we're going fishing, we're going floating, right? There's my girl. There's my baby. Meg. What a good girl you are. You're just following along, hanging with mommy, aren't you? She's like, freedom. Little freedom. This girl's come a long ways. When we first got her, you didn't dare let her off a leash. She was PTSD dog. Got her from a shelter and she was terrified of everything. And at first, she wasn't even sure she wanted to live with us. It took a little while for her to figure out she was in her best living arrangement ever. Now she's got it good. She knows who her mommy and her daddy is, and she knows where she lives. Hey, Linda, have a great day. Thank you so much for joining, and I appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Always interested to hear what's going on in other parts of the world. And with that, I think I'm going to let y'all have a nice day today. Sure appreciate new people joining in. Linda and Tex Manager's new begging chips, and Mr. Jinver and Catalufi. Stocks Family Farm, thank you so much for joining in. I'm probably your kind of people. Have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.